Okay, we are here, first podcast.
Very first.
Um, we're going to talk about, I don't know, we're going to talk about Flight 370 for a minute just because we saw a video and we have a small theory we came up with that might coincide with another video that we just watched.
It will happen a lot, honestly. We get sidetracked.
Oh, yeah,
Forgive us.
for sure, for sure. We are not going to be on brand or on topic at all.
Yeah,
But we still hope you enjoy it. And
of course.
we'll try to insert some images, not too many because this is mainly an audio thing, but we have the video option here, so
Might as well.
the video's here. If we do pull up anything or find anything we want to pull up, we'll show you guys on here. And if you're on audio, sorry, but welcome to the first episode of
We might explain it. Best I could do.
the Cryptic Concepts podcast.
Hell yeah, welcome. Woo!
Again, I'm Richard. This is Vander,
Yo.
and we hope to have more people join us in the future.
Hopefully so.
And
Hopefully you enjoy our voices and hopefully whatever kind of, who knows what you might hear.
Yeah.
Just keep an open mind is all I can say.
yeah, and no judgment on anything we watch or anything we talk about. We're just talking, and that's all there is to it.
Two conspiracies, just figuring out what may be true, what
Yeah.
may not be.
And in the future, we have plans for, because this dude's like super scared of the woods.
Oh,
I grew up in the woods,
man.
and we're gonna do some things in the future we've already talked about.
Black senses are like Spidey senses.
Yeah,
all
we're
I'm
not
saying.
we're not gonna get into yet what we're gonna do. It'll be kind of a surprise for you guys, but
Oh, trust and believe. I think you'll enjoy it. You just try to stick around at least until then.
yeah, it should be good. We're not sure what episode we're gonna do yet, but we got some ideas.
I don't know. We may have to set a goal on that one. I may need so many people before I try that.
You might have to get a couple more things for protection.
A few.
But okay, so we watched a video about from an FBI declassified document.
Correct.
Talking about beings from another dimension who are peaceful, apparently.
So they say.
So they say.
For now.
We don't know for sure.
No.
From 1947. We watched this on a YouTube channel called Unexplained Mysteries. And you guys can watch that on our YouTube channel. We recorded that. And
which is pretty interesting.
My mind was kind of blown.
Very, because like it went across like how they phase or stop vibrating in a way in a frequency to where we don't understand to what we do understand to where we can see them.
Right.
Just because of our dense atmosphere.
Yeah, that's the way it was explained.
So that means they come from a planet or it was a dimension.
Yeah.
Correct. That has.
It's still a planet though, but it's in the same space as our planet is what they describe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just not our axis is the way I look at it.
Right, we can't access that area or location.
All their planets align to allow them to come over. Our planets don't align that way.
Well, maybe it might just be their technology.
Good point.
And
they figured out the sound waves.
We might get to that point, or they might allow us, or they might have already taken things from our. Like, for instance, we have a small theory about the Flight 370 Malaysian flight that got lost and that has videos of the orb surrounding it and then it disappears. And
that's a whole nother. I didn't think about that.
It could have went there, is what I was thinking about.
See, I was thinking it was our government playing around trying to send people over there because there were certain people on that plane that had, let's say, different ideas than some others.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
Like they said, there was like 4 Americans and a couple other, there was like some scientists and stuff on there. And when it disappeared, I thought it was them trying to send them to that dimension, and then it just kind of went bad. So they didn't go to that dimension. Maybe they went to another dimension that people weren't as friendly, or they just lost them completely into the void. So they're like, okay, scratch that. That never happened. Let's try again.
Yeah.
I didn't think about them stealing them
Yeah.
from us.
Yeah, or maybe not stealing, maybe negotiated.
Actually, yeah, that could make sense.
I mean, since our government, apparently, FBI,
True.
knows about these beings and has
communicated
with these beings.
They said they didn't. Communication wasn't possible yet. They said they have to figure out a way of sonar or something to talk to them. They haven't figured out exactly because radio and stuff like that doesn't cross over.
But they crossed over.
Yes, that's a whole them as people crossed over, but not their
technology.
No, their technology came with like their clothes, their phones, or whatever they had on them.
Yeah, their phones.
Came over. Yes, exactly, their phones. Whatever they had to bring with them came over, but like their
old school rotary.
Yeah, exactly. Their communications won't pass that border.
Okay.
You know how like sometimes you get in dead zones with your cell phone?
Yeah.
Like that.
Okay.
Over here is a dead zone where their communication can't get to them.
Okay.
Alright, they might be able to communicate because they have the technology.
Right.
We can't because we don't understand.
But since they had talked to us since 47, and this Malaysian flight disappeared, 3-4 years ago, something like that?
Give or take, yeah.
Maybe longer, I'm not sure. It's 2023, so I don't remember the date.
Right.
But
I slept a lot.
How much more communication that has not been declassified from our government officials that we might have made deals with them in between that time and now, to where they're like, we want to experiment of how, since our atmosphere is less dense, how do your planes react in our atmosphere?
Oh, you think maybe that's what the orbs were?
I don't know. I'm throwing shit out here.
No, I feel that. Because I know our airplanes fly off of how much air pressure they can push under the plane.
Right.
So less density, which means it would be harder to get that air pressure to get that lift.
Yeah, so wouldn't it just like drop?
Pretty much. Most of our technology, but then again,
then again, though, if they had the technology to use those orbs and actually send it to their plane, wouldn't the orbs just keep it in the air?
Yeah, because they would be able to kind of create a dense air pocket. Right. No, I like that.
Curious questions.
That is.
Yeah, I like thinking about this stuff. Makes my brain work.
But the little video I watched said there was a plane, and I can't remember where. I'll probably look it up here in a second.
Yeah.
But a plane was flying over some third world spot, like to where they really don't have much cameras, like you would in London or the USA or anything like that.
Right.
It was flying so low that walking on the sidewalk, someone looked up and could read the numbers on the side of the plane and could see the windows of people inside the plane.
Oh, really?
Yes. And it was flying in a certain direction, like I think it was towards a military base or something like that. Like I said, I'll have to look it up again. Foggy memory.
Yeah.
But and so it seemed like it folded time and space, because in the thermal we watched, you saw the ripple. Well, a lot of people explain that as you take a map and you have 18 of those little squares, so you have so many miles apart.
Yeah.
But if you fold that map, it's so much smaller now. So they believe that's what they did. They
like
just
folding time.
Yes, they just folded that little pocket to where you just pooped across.
Or folding space.
Yeah. Whichever way you want to look at it.
Well, it'd be the same. One time, the same thing. But yeah, it's the answer to beyond light speed. Because, well, it goes back to, Einstein, we can't go faster than light speed because nothing goes faster than the speed of light. But
darkness.
If we could fold space, it would almost be like quantum travel.
Mm,
Because
yeah.
you could be from one place to another instantly.
Yeah, almost like teleportation without the teleportation. Another topic. Let me skip that one for now.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see exactly what you're saying.
Because there would be no. You wouldn't have to gauge how fast you were going if you could float space.
Exactly.
You could be in one place and then another instantly.
You would just have to know the two locations.
Right.
And then you'd have to know there's no interference in between there, because
Right.
a stick man doesn't know he's in a stick world.
Right.
But,
of course, then again, you wouldn't even have to worry about interference. Basically, it'd be walking through a doorway. All you have to do is open the door.
True.
And we don't know how to open the door.
We do. We just ain't figured out how to use the door. We ain't figured out how to unlock the doorknob. It's a weird doorknob. We don't know how to use it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like black holes are a good key.
Yeah, but black holes are
Even light can't escape, and some people have. I could be remembering wrong, and this could be just one of my weird sci-fi things I remember hearing. But
nothing we say is true, by the way.
Unless it is.
Unless it is.
So, yeah. But they have kind of sent stuff into black holes, like they know where some black holes are, and they were able to send like kind of like a rocket ship, but it had a whole bunch of sensors to judge this and that. Would do well while it was getting sucked in. Like they realized there was a time dilation. Like what was on the inside was going much slower than what was going on the outside. So the closer it got to the core, its perception of time just started to like slow.
Yeah.
But its tail was still experiencing its regular speed of time because it was still going in. So they believe if we could design a vessel or something like that strong enough to make it through that dense core, that it would be either a gateway to another dimension or a way to time travel. Because if you could get
in and get back out.
Yes, because black holes have a weird anomaly that they spew out light.
Yeah.
It's just weird. But if you could do that, we would pass years, decades, eons, centuries. Just pass. While you're in that black hole, days, weeks.
Yeah.
And I believe you would just have no way of going back. And again, that's that new timeline that I was talking to you earlier about, because you can't continue in that same timeline if you diverge from it. That's the string theory. I think that's what it's called.
Okay. Maybe.
Maybe.
So, if you were to go into a black hole, and let's say you spend a day in there, and it's like 100 years outside of it.
Okay.
For one day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's make it even. 1 and 1.
Yeah.
For 1 and 100.
Yeah.
Right? So if you could come back out, technically, you time traveled.
Yes.
But it's still the same timeline. It's just 100 years in the future.
Technically, it's still the same timeline, but the people, everything you know, is now pretty much dead.
Yeah.
Unless, so technically your time ended. Your time ended because everybody you know, you basically ceased to exist.
Right.
So you are now coming back into a new timeline because this is all new. People new, you create your own history here. There might be some of your history that's pretty much you, but you're a new person now to everybody.
And you say the black hole spews out light.
Yeah.
You know. But what if it's not spewing out light? What if it swallowed a star?
Mm-hmm.
Or it was a star.
Yeah.
And as soon as it imploded,
mm-hmm.
the light from the star is just slowed down, so we still see the light.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not really spewing out; it's just showing us light from 100,000 years in the past or 1,000,000 years in
Oh,
the
basically,
past
like we only see
because
the
it
stars
was,
because they're dying.
yeah.
Okay.
So, but it's kind of frozen in time from our perspective because when that star imploded in the black hole, the light is still there.
Yeah. No, that I like that. I like that a lot.
Because time moves so much slower within.
Yeah.
So what about the black holes that were created billions of years ago?
Yeah, like the one where they say we're getting sucked into.
Right. What if that light is already dimmed and it's in a dark black hole? We can't see it.
Yeah, we
It's
ain't.
in space.
Yeah, we ain't fully caught up to that time to where it is darkened,
Right.
where we can perceive it darkened.
I love how we're on black holes when we start talking about dimensions. And we're only 16 minutes in.
Oh shit! If we were talking about the planes, hold on. Whoa.
Get used to it.
Yeah.
This is gonna happen a lot. Okay, back to main subject. So the other dimension, they possibly stole the plane,
Possibly.
or had permission from the government to steal the plane,
To do some probing.
from the world government, or whatever you want to call it. Right?
Yeah, if you believe they can give out that permission.
Right. They might have just taken it and said, "Fuck you."
Yeah. We're peaceful, but you can't stop us.
We're peaceful, but we're also scientists, and we like to study things, so we're going to take this thing.
See, exactly.
Try and stop us.
Right. I wish you would. Please do.
Yeah. So, if that's the case, the only thing we know about the other dimension, technically, is that it's less dense atmosphere. Right?
And they have greater technology, and they're human.
We're assuming they're human-like, but they're bigger.
Yeah.
According to the
kind of like our giants.
Yeah, I wonder how much bigger. Because
it
didn't specify.
It really didn't, because we have what 7, 8, 7, 9 foot people.
Yeah.
8 foot people.
Are they from the other?
All right.
Ooh.
So is all NBA players from another world?
Yeah, or the robots from the other. I mean, Shaq's definitely a robot. Come on.
No, he's not a robot. He's what happens when they breed with us.
Oh.
Yeah. That's why he's so freakishly tall and well athletic.
Right.
He just doesn't want to admit it yet because the world's not ready.
Yeah.
Sorry, Shaq. I just had to let the world know.
You'll get over it.
Don't worry. It's the first one. No one's going to see this one. It's fine.
2 opinions. You're rich. It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
If we're close, though, let me know.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Send an email.
Right.
Anyway, so
it says they phase into our. We can see them because our atmosphere is so thin, so they kind of phase into our atmosphere.
So more than likely they would breathe oxygen also, just as we do, because they came here.
Wouldn't they need lighter oxygen though? Wouldn't our oxygen be
just because
too rich?
Less dense doesn't necessarily mean it's less dense from oxygen. It could be less dense from different type of gravity.
True, or atmospheric pressure.
Right.
Like maybe their atmosphere is like
so if their let's say magnetic field isn't as strong as ours, that would make their what?
What if they came over to like try to figure out how to make their planet more like ours? They're peaceful, so maybe they're only peaceful because they're in a bind. Because as humans, what do? We find something new, we study it, we enslave it, or we extinct it. Every time. How many animals have we extinct? Fuck the cats, because they take more. They don't count.
Yeah.
But we hunt everything. Everything. So we meet other creatures similar to us. What? Yes, this is just a human mind thinking. But why do we think that they would see us as
Equals?
not even equals? Just something better than
something more than
playthings, items,
animals.
Yes. Yeah. We're just
I would figure
animals with more tricks.
True. I would figure they would still, if they are peaceful like they say, I would figure they would still see down upon us just because their technology can make them go in between worlds.
Mm-hmm.
But it might not be as far down as we think just because we can communicate with them. They can understand us somehow.
So
It didn't say if they
we're
actually
like
spoke.
monkeys. Because you gotta think, monkeys are just
We're-
one chromosome different from us.
We are monkeys or apes that have learned sign language
Yeah, to them.
to them.
Yeah. I would see that. And that would be...
Which would still be okay. The majority of us don't want to hurt or cause
They
damage
won't.
to
Yeah.
monkeys or apes.
Honestly, no.
So...
That could be the interracial thing, because think about how AIDS and shit got started. I'm telling you, I swear. Like, that's exactly. They're close enough to us. Some human guy was like, hey, how you doing, good looking?
So, you're saying that these other dimension things,
Yeah,
aliens, whatever you want to call them,
yeah,
it had relations with us, and now we have Jack.
Alien pussies get wet too. Yes, that is what I'm saying.
That's great.
Yeah,
that needs to be a book. Somebody write that.
Please do. And a movie.
Oh yeah.
Please.
Jesus.
Come on, jump on that.
I'd love to see that movie. What the fuck are we talking about? Okay. So we got
all right,
baby Shacks from Dimensional Creatures.
Yes, that we don't know what they want. Honestly, it's kind of like that.
What would they want?
Like what?
What would we want if we did that? What would we want?
What does apes have to offer us besides entertainment? Maybe the prospect to bring up to our level and say, "Hi, you see what we created." Because now they are able to use our technology.
Let's think about it from
we're sentient. They're sentient.
Yeah.
So that's a good bonus.
Yeah. Let's think about it from another perspective. Okay. Let's think about it from if we were them and we could travel to another planet in another dimension that was in line with our planet.
Are you talking about current timeline, like exactly how we are now?
Today, yeah. What would we do?
Start wiping shit out for resources.
But let's say this other planet had
some defense capability
that could talk, that we could communicate with, but they were half the size of us. Children size.
We would take all their resources. To an extent. We would take their resources to make them think it was a good idea to give to us.
Let's say we can take the resources back to our existence, our plane.
So we can go over there and kind of like a video game world, where we can go over there and play with stuff. It just doesn't come back to our world.
Right. Then what would we do? What would be our point?
Population allowed to do it, or is this just secret people having access to this?
No, only specific. Let's say it's like a garage band that figured this out somehow, and it's as rare as garage bands are these days, right? So like a dude and like 4 of his buddies, right? Let's say me and you and 3 other guys, and the other 3 guys, 2 of them are like evil as shit, right? But they're still cool to hang out with. And we all figure out how to get over there. What would we do? I know what I would do. I know what you would do. But what would the evil guys do? What would they want?
Oh, bro. I was hoping you would ask me about the evil guys. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was sitting there trying to think of nice guys stuff. I was thinking of all the... Okay, so you got, in my mind, you got one of basically 2 options.
Yeah.
First option is you use that other world as a release. All the stress, all the whatever. This other world doesn't matter. These lives don't care. These are not these are not people.
To us, they wouldn't.
They would not be people.
Right.
So whether it's killing, raping, using them as slingshots, like testing the limits of their body,
anything we could possibly do ever,
anything,
and never worry about the consequences.
Never worry about the consequence. And if they're anything close to our civilization, they have something close to what we got, just maybe not as advanced. They have cars, and they have like what we had 100 years ago with like the Model T cars and shit like that, little Tommy guns.
Yeah.
They had stuff like that.
Yeah.
We know how to. We have body armor.
Yeah.
So we know how to defend against that. So of course we're not too scared.
Right.
We can still die.
Sure.
Don't get me wrong. They can still hurt us.
Sure.
But it could be that, or it could be, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to see exactly how much of them like we are and use them as an experiment to see what would happen if we did that over here. Because if our atmosphere is just denser, they can still do a lot of experiments and just kind of count for that density atmosphere. But maybe we're physiologically, because they're taller. So that means that maybe they have more oxygen. And we have less oxygen.
It could be true, yeah.
Yeah, because
supposedly that's why the dinosaurs were so much bigger than us.
I was just about to say.
Because of the oxygen.
Yeah.
The atmosphere.
So they could just simply experiment on us.
Wait. How can their atmosphere be less dense?
With more oxygen?
Yeah.
Isn't oxygen light? Isn't it? What is oxygen on atoms again?
Come from trees.
I know, but H2O is oxygen.
2 parts hydrogen.
2 part
oxygen.
Right. So maybe in their world it's 2-part oxygen, 1 part hydrogen.
Yeah, because if it did have less hydrogen, the atmosphere would be
lighter because hydrogen's a heavier atom.
Yeah.
Right. See, I'm not always smart, so don't always listen to me, but like I have smart moments. So maybe that's the only difference. Maybe.
Well,
what if they never did the atom bomb?
What is
it's
it?
a different dimension.
Is it more dense or less dense?
It would be less, wouldn't it? Because water is heavy.
No, I'm talking about their atmosphere.
Oh, it's less dense because they materialize in ours because of the density is.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would make sense. What are you saying about the atom bomb?
What if they never really came up with the atom bomb or the hydrogen bomb because they never had a surplus of hydrogen like we do?
Mm-hmm.
So what if that's why their technology is like that? Why they can cross over to our world because they don't have instead of mass murder like we've mastered, they went another way of creating more clean energy.
Maybe that's why they're more peaceful.
Exactly. But then again, they still have weapons. So I don't care what you say. It's like, I'm sorry. Like, if you have a FDL engine, who's not going to try to make a damn weapon out of that? I'm going to shoot you with a rock, a pebble, the size of a marble that will go through any plate of armor that you possibly... I don't care how thick it is. It's faster than light. It will hit you. It will put a hole. And you won't even know it. Or at least that's the human thinking in my mind.
Right. But so the problem with... I know how they do it. They don't have weapons.
You think they're bluffing?
They never said they had weapons.
Yeah, it said the ship would get destroyed if it got attacked because of something around it.
Well, yeah, but that could be a force field. That could be
something kind of like Captain American shield.
Right. That could be something just blocking, something from happening. And if we tried to attack, it could be like like a mirrored retaliation.
Kind of
Like
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 defense systems.
yeah,
Unless you attack it, it ain't gonna do shit.
right. And think about like let's say it is like a mirror weapon, or not a mirror weapon, a mirror shield. So if you shot a missile at it,
It shoots something back.
it would shoot the same thing right back at you
Yeah.
because it would just bounce off basically.
And it would probably be technologically advanced to where you could create it like that, like analyzing, create.
It wouldn't even have to. What if it could just control whatever is trying to attack it? Like take control of the missile and just send it back to.
What if it's kinetic, like bullets? It's just chunks of lead with throwing rocks. All we do right now is throw rocks.
Yeah.
So what if we just can't hurt it because of the force field? And when you do shoot the rocket, it does take control. Because like the force field will stop. Kind of like it had Will Smith in it. It's an alien movie. It's like a 4th of July movie.
Independence Day?
Yes. Like the Independence Day. They shot everything they had at it. The force field fucked it up until they found a way through the force field, like Dark Star, and found a little rabbit hole up the ass. Yeah.
Dark Star.
I can't remember his dang name right now. The damn big spaceship thingy. You know about it.
No, do I?
Yeah, it's the
Dark
fucking
Star?
dude had to shoot lasers in the hole and use the force. Yeah.
Talking about Star Wars?
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
God.
Yeah.
Dark Star. Vader?
The thing he made. The big circle. Looked like a boob.
The big circle.
Yeah, it looked like a boob.
Death Star.
Yes. It had a butthole. You gotta shoot it in the butthole.
God. Stuff this.
I knew it. I just couldn't think of it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little high at the moment. I did not. Nope. Not that
Okay. Let's
back to topic.
Yeah, let's pretend none of that happened.
Fucking Death Star. I can't believe I couldn't remember that.
the big boob that shoots green lasers at people.
Spaceballs. I'm sorry.
All right. Okay, so
only people in the 90s would understand that.
Right. Yeah, we probably got an audience that's like, what the fuck is this?
Hey, no, there's certain people that we know that's gonna be like, see, when I see these mofos.
Yeah. Okay, so
aliens.
Yep, dimension aliens. They didn't have a name for them. Did you notice that?
They really did, and which is weird because they come up with names for everything.
Yeah.
But it did say that they have basically drone ships and manned ships, because it said some ships had crews and some, so maybe they have AI, like fully advanced quantum computing AI running those.
Well, that's the thing. You're still comparing them to us.
Good point.
So what if they didn't have weapons, as I was saying, because there is no religion in them?
See, I can't get started on the religion yet. I'm not allowed to start on that one yet. I'm sorry.
Okay. let's go.
I will talk way days.
Let's go. Not religion. Let's just say that they were a unified planet.
Oh, that's scary.
That did not care about what country did what. They were just all one creature. The same way, I don't know, mice work together, and it doesn't matter what type of mouse it is. They all work together as one.
Yeah.
So let's pretend that they were like that too, and their whole planet is just one, planet full of humanoid creatures that just all work together to increase their technology and their learning as a whole, and don't let anger or frustration motivate their goals of moving forward in time and space.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, that's a little beyond my fathomability right now. Like, I can't. I've been trying to think
It's
of it
hard
this
to
whole
step
time.
away from that.
It
It's
really is.
hard to step away from our human experience.
In my mind, I'm thinking you need a
it's because,
world level threat to get everybody united.
yeah, and it's because all of us have been shit on by somebody,
Exactly.
including all world leaders and other countries, and everyone that we know and have ever known has been shit on at some point in some form by something or someone else.
Like the man.
Yeah.
Our big brother. Both the same person, just different names. Kind of scary.
Yeah.
Like Big Brother's watching right now.
Sure.
That's kind of scary too, because he's like, "Hey, bro, you're getting close to topic. I need you, I need you to go off a little bit."
So if they did have that one common goal of all working together, that would explain how they got the technology to move forward and be able to go to the other dimension, because maybe they found out that it was easier to do that than leave their own solar system. Because I'm assuming this other dimension is still a solar system that they would live in, especially if their planet is in the same space and time, just in another dimension as our own. I'm freaking you out right now.
But what if, since it's a different dimension, they have Mars has a different colonization. So does Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, like all these other like little planets like that's close to us. What if they've been able to colonize all that, and they just haven't been able to make it out of our Milky Way?
Okay.
And then they just got like able to get bored.
Even though our planet is in the same space and time in the other dimension,
What if it's hackers?
doesn't mean that there's even a Mars.
True. But what if it's just
Or
hackers?
Uranus, and I believe you only said Uranus because you said Dark Star earlier.
Yeah. How'd you know?
Hackers?
Yeah, like the Matrix theory.
The simulation?
Mm-hmm.
So
people that have knockoff equipment come into the system.
Oh, wait. Not knockoff equipment.
Yeah.
No, check this out.
Oh shit, that blew your mind. Oh, what's up?
No, this is great. This is great. So, you know what a mod is for a video game, right?
Of course.
Okay. So, what if they are the mod for our video game?
That's mind blowing. That's mind blowing. I like that idea.
And they're just the next add-on to the game.
Yeah.
That hasn't been fully implemented by the main source of the game creator.
So that's why only certain people get to see them, because it's a.
And that was why, as far
as a beta release.
As far as we know, it was a part-time release or part-time,
And why they didn't bring they couldn't bring technology and stuff for communication because.
So once the game gets updated, then we'll be able to go in between worlds.
What if all the Mandela effects was the updates?
What if all the Mandela effects are it trying to update, but it hasn't gotten there yet?
Uh-huh.
So the glitches from the attempted updates are the Mandela effects.
Yeah. Okay, I like that one.
Yeah.
Like when all those birds fell out that sky.
Oh, dude. So many things.
So many.
The plane sitting still in the sky. Have you seen those?
Yes.
The fucking, I swear to God, the fucking Monopoly dude has a Monopoly.
He did.
I swear to fucking God.
He did.
Okay.
So does the peanut dude.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. Y'all better not take that shit away.
We used to
leave their monocles alone.
Does that Monopoly dude have a Monopoly up there?
Which one are you looking
at? See, third one down on the right, fourth one down on the right.
My eyesight.
Yeah. Check it out. That'd be crazy if it did.
Oh, please, dude. That bitch does not have a mom.
Motherfucker.
But no, I do remember it.
No, I remember it
It
too.
it's the classic Monopoly guy. He's got the cane, he's got the monocle,
Yep.
he's got the fucking top hat, and
Yep.
the fucking mustache.
And you cannot tell me that that was not a fucking thing.
No, it's a
Because
thing.
it was a thing.
It was a fuck.
There's so many of those that I'm like,
I remember him dying in prison.
like some really? Man,
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember hearing him dying in prison.
There's a video of Bush saying that he was dead
Yeah.
in 2000.
Right.
And supposedly he didn't die until 2013 or 14 or something like that, right?
Yeah.
The crazy thing is, some of them I can go off of and be like, okay, that's okay. Like the Luke, I am your father. Okay.
And the Pikachu tail.
Right. Yeah, those I can get past.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them, man.
Burning Stairs, I'm sorry.
Yeah. It had an E.
It really... Oh, God.
It had an E.
These people make me feel crazy.
Me too.
Because I'm like, no.
I think a lot of people, though.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's so many things out there that I'm like, I fucking know for sure.
Yeah.
I remember specifically seeing the words on the book when I was a kid.
Yes.
And it was a fucking E.
It was a fucking E.
And it's not like I just saw it once. I had one of those books.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And you know what's crazy? Now that it's happened, you would not find that. It
Nope.
Gone.
Have you seen the one dude? I don't know the YouTube channel. There's a dude that supposedly has a phone that can see the original thing. Yeah, dude, it looks fucking crazy. Like if it's CGI or some shit, they don't know how he's doing it because he makes it match perfectly. Like
if you find that, you gotta show that.
Yeah. Well, I'll find it and throw some shit up, but I'll show him after. But yeah, it's like crazy because he'll like Monopoly, and then he'll put the phone over it like it's a video, but it's not recording, right? And when he goes over the dude's face, monocle, and when he takes it off, it's not, and go back over it. Like it's so fucking crazy.
I'm into creepypastas and shit. I heard a scary story of there was a camera that could show in another dimension. So our dimension's like this, but the other dimension was like exact opposite or flip flop. So if the sky was blue here, it was green or red over there. Yes, but it was a camera. Click, 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 click. So you only got snapshots of what over the look like.
Okay, this was like a cell phone.
Oh, see, this would be crazy because
But it was like an old cell phone,
like a flip phone.
Like
Still smart.
Barely smart.
Barely.
Like BlackBerry.
Track phone smart.
No, it was like a what's the brand? God damn it.
Nokia?
Nope.
Razor?
Nope. It's a weird off brand that only a few people had.
Sidekick.
Sidekick. Who made the Sidekick?
Nokia did.
No.
Not Cricket.
Maybe not the Sidekick. Maybe it's something else.
Did it have like a little ball?
No. Well, some of them had like a little
BlackBerry.
It wasn't a BlackBerry though. It was another company that made a stupid phone.
Not
type of phone.
Not Track. Not Black. Not Sidekick. Not Verizon.
Nope.
Not Nokia.
Nope. Hold on. No.
Yeah, it's the same thing. My pilot? My Palm Pilot?
Palm Pilot.
Yeah, it was
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
That's what I'm thinking of. It was a Palm something.
Yeah.
I don't remember the fucking name of it, but that's what he was using.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was old school.
That makes sense because nowadays technology, there would be no way you
could
do something like
they
that.
say the whole Mandela effect shit didn't start until 2008. You know what happened in 2008?
No.
That was the first year that the Large Hadron Collider actually got turned on.
I heard about that. Okay, yeah.
So think about that for a second. If
a lot of people say that's where we split from our original timeline.
Yeah. that was the earliest that people can find Mandela effect stuff happening.
See, maybe because I heard that whenever you create a time machine,
Mhm.
you can only go back to the creation of that time machine. You could not go back before because there would be no way for that machine to experience that time.
Well, a lot of people, not a lot of people. There's a movie called Mandela.
Watch that. See, the most I got is Butterfly Effect, and that shit was creepy, crazy.
It's on Netflix. It came out a couple of years ago.
Okay.
Good. I watched it this last weekend.
Okay.
I did not think it was going to be that good.
Mm.
I think I watched it on Amazon. I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix though. But it's it was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's for those of you that have seen it, I'm sorry. But basically, for
And
those
those
of
for
you
you have not.
spoilers.
Great minds think alike.
I'll tell you where. I don't know. Skip ahead until I put my finger up, and then you'll be good.
Right.
Okay. So
Right now go la 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 la.
right, pretty much. So basically, it's about a story about a dude who lost his daughter in the ocean, right? And then he starts seeing weird things, like noticing experiencing beer is spelled with an A instead of an E, like it was. And Curious George didn't have a tail when his daughter had the fucking stuffed animal
With the
and
fucking
it had a
tail.
tail.
Yes.
Right? I remember also Curious George with
He's a fucking monkey.
okay. Yeah, I know. The whole thought process behind monkeys having tails, for me, came from Curious George, right?
Oh, see, mine was always Discovery Channel.
Curious George, because I grew up super poor and only had 2 TV channels, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes 3, depending on the antenna, because I had to actually turn the antenna outside and shit like that.
See, I grew up on the end of that. Like, I'm a 93 baby.
Yeah, no. I'm a no.
He's like, I'm not even.
I'm older.
Yeah.
Older. Anyway, so also in the middle of nowhere. So anyway, she dies, and then he starts seeing weird things, and then he talks to this dude at a university who had a theory about the whole, Mandela effect thing and how there's another dimension out there and stuff like that, and that's what we're kind of seeing. And the whole theory was that, once the Hadron Collider started, they didn't really mention a lot of this, but they mentioned it a little bit same year and all that stuff. And I looked it up. It is correct. The movie is spot on that part.
Okay.
So the second thing was the university, they built a quantum computer, which is a thing that's starting to happen right now.
We're dabbling.
Supposedly Google had to shut theirs down the other day, but that's a whole different story. That is not AI we're talking about. This is quantum mechanics we're talking about.
Too much shit at once.
Anyway, this dude was a game programmer in the movie, right?
Oh, okay.
So he wrote a new program to put into the quantum computer that would basically make it fuck up, right?
This is that kind of feeling.
So the way that the universe, as we would call it, was trying to stop him is he woke up one day and his daughter was back. No explanation. Everyone else,
like she never disappeared.
Yeah, like she never died or anything, right? But she died in the movie.
That sounds so familiar. I swear I've heard
she was
like
just
this.
back, and then he went ahead and did it anyway because his wife started going crazy because her mind started mixing with the other dimension mind, kind of, or in my theory.
She had memories of her daughter
not being there anymore.
Yeah.
So she started to freak out because
she's there.
She's like, you shouldn't be here, shit like that. So he went ahead and did it anyway.
That sounds so funny.
Ran the program. Everything glitched the fuck out and then restarted.
Smart.
So the whole simulation, the whole world ended and restarted.
That makes sense.
So this time on the beach, because the whole point of her dying is she lost the Curious George in the water, so she went after it and she drowned. He told her this time to leave Curious George with them
Mm.
her parents,
Mm.
before she went to go find shells, which is what she was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And now she's not dead, so the universe fixed itself once it got completely fucked.
Of course, that's what you do. Your phone's fucked up. Reset it real quick.
Right.
I mean,
The thing is, though,
hold up your finger. You gotta let them know the spoiler is over.
the thing is, though, who made it?
Who made the simulation?
Yeah.
See, there's this old movie. But then there's also this new one. It's not Guardian of the Galaxy. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yes, kind of like
And
that.
the book is.
See, I wish I read like that. Everybody says the books are always better, and I've never read the books.
Audiobook, dude.
Yeah,
Audiobook for sure.
I may have to. I'm gonna lie to you.
Yeah, it's the best. I used to be a truck driver. Shit ton of audiobooks. Anyway, go ahead.
What if it's kind of like that? It ain't.
Well,
Again, I'm not getting into religion yet, but what if it's just kind of like us, like these aliens we were talking about earlier, that's a little bit taller than us and whatnot, just different dimension.
Mm-hmm.
Could be a DLC for our simulation.
Mm-hmm.
What if it's kind of like that, to where it's people behind the scenes that would come in and we would freeze.
Yeah.
Sometimes everybody lose track of time, right?
Yeah.
So birds fall out of the sky, blah 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 blah. It's to distract us. We all look over this way. It's like, oh, this is pretty, while they're fixing the background over here.
Well, that's the thing about the whole simulation thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because in quantum mechanics says, and it's proven that
Simulation don't know you're in a simulation.
molecules are affected differently until they're observed.
I have heard that, because they have a saying in science of observing and non-observing. Like, this is what we observe, but this is what we know it does. It's just completely different.
No, they've done a test, and it's the Wade test. If anyone wants to look it up, it was done years ago, but it's a real thing. It's a real science, and basically, atoms. They had these 3 sheets or 3 holes, rectangular holes, right? And these atoms would go through these holes as a wave, like travel through the wall, through
Like
the
water.
holes and everything, like water, but pretend the wall and the holes weren't even there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Until it was observed, and they would split and only go through the holes in particle form, not a wave form. Now, when I say observed, I mean actually seeing.
No, like
the parts.
Like right now, we can't see the air, so it's
basically
making its own shit.
Basically, because you're seeing behind me,
that
shit exists.
Yeah, that's this is the theory for a whole nother day. But I've heard that each of us are in our own world. Like, I'm in my own world. I'm having a conversation at a table by myself with nobody else around.
Yeah.
You're in your world doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Same for them, but my brain created you. Yeah. I don't think like you. You're a whole other being. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, my brain made you just like your brain made me. So that's the only reason why we're all here, is so that we're not by ourselves. Yeah. So in a sense, technically, we're all omnipotent. Mm-hmm. Are we not gods? Again, another day. This is not today.
That's definitely
not today.
Day. But before we go, because it's almost time to go.
Oh, see, already.
Yeah, already.
Oh darn.
Because since it's almost time to go, I'm going to leave you with one thing.
All right.
There's a very, very old saying that everyone knows, and no one realizes that it can actually be the explanation of the observable universe that we live in.
That's
Okay?
what it is. Observable. Yeah.
So think about this very clearly, all of you. And if you have comments, throw them in there.
Go ahead. Love to see him.
The oldest saying I can think of that explains exactly what we're talking about right now.
Mm-hmm.
If a tree falls in the woods, does it make a sound?
No. Yeah.
The thing is, since no one's observing it, does the tree even exist?
To fall. That. Oh,
Think about how old that saying is, though.
no.
Before we even knew about our observable universe.
Right. Before fucking what's his name even had an apple thrown at him.
Newton.
Newton. Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you gonna name yourself after a Fudge Newton, sir?
It was before. It was long before.
Not to my timeline.
Not in your universe you created.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Just like how before we actually fully go, I do like your last quote. The
Yeah.
universe kept trying to stop us from making this.
Yeah.
Fuck you, universe.
Yeah.
No, like we create this, so we are our own masters. So the tree does make a noise. It does exist.
Because we created the tree.
Oh, because I created it just now.
Ah.
Yeah, because it's like, have you ever played the game? It's called The Game. I don't remember how.
The game.
Yeah, back in high school, it was try to not think about it, and it's just the word the game. Try not to think about the game, and you would go, I don't know, 5-10 minutes not really thinking about it, not really. But until we're having a conversation, you're like, you lost the game. You instantly thought about the game, so you lost it. So it's kind of like that. If you don't think about it, it doesn't. It doesn't exist.
Right.
It's like like I have friends that I know exist. They're having their own lives, but how do I truly know they're having their own lives?
Right.
Like, to my knowledge, they could simply outside this door. I know have a vehicle, maybe, possibly.
Yeah.
What if we can only go as far as our brains can, graphic cards can go?
Right.
It's like video games. When you get to a certain point, then it starts to blur.
Mm-hmm.
Becomes objects.
That's why the little things that we didn't realize we knew they were there weren't actually there until someone points them out.
Yeah.
Like a fucking monocle on a goddamn Monopoly, man.
Bring back the monocle, please. Can we go back to that timeline, please? That was simple back then. These 20s fucking suck, okay?
Yeah.
Wait, I know I kind of want to go back to the 90s. I didn't even get to experience much of it, but I want to go back to the 90s. It was way more fun.
Good times.
Good times. People were nicer back then. You actually got hellos. People had manners.
Yeah, but
You were allowed to spank your kid.
we would have never done this though.
We could have been the pioneers. What do you mean? YouTube used to be nothing.
We wouldn't have been the pioneers.
Hell no. Hell no.
No.
You might have. You might have. You might have just figured it out. You probably would never met me though. But that's a whole what if. That's a whole nother dimension.
Yeah.
I don't think there's ever a dimension I'm smart enough to do that one.
I hope that
Screw
when the glitches get worked out and we do or are able to access that other dimension, I hope it's more than just that one. And I hope I get to talk to my other self who's way different than I am right now.
See, That brings up the oldest question that I could think of.
Yeah.
Would you like yourself if you met yourself? That's what I'm thinking. They would think the exact same of me. It would be annoying and boring.
I don't know though, because they would have a whole different life experience than what I had if they're in a separate dimension.
True, because they're able to phase and da.
Right. So if like in the other one, my dad would have never left, then my whole thought process on the world and my knowledge of computers and technology might not have even sparked in that other me.
True. And if mine would have left, I might have actually been squishy. I might have actually been like completely different. Good
Yeah.
point. There's
So it might just be we don't know if we would like ourselves until we meet ourselves.
It's another one of those. It doesn't exist until it exists.
Yeah.
Huh. So does that mean if I think there's gas in my gas tank, it should be gas in there? Because damn it, this gas prices are high. I'm tired of paying these prices. Okay.
All right, we'll leave you guys with gas prices.
Oh man. Yeah, y'all deal with those, please. Jeez.
Well, thanks for watching.
Thank you for joining.
And we'll see you next time.
Until next time, see us again.